Look at this weather. Wet, foggy, nasty. Ugh. What's the captain gonna do? Well, I tell you what the captain's gonna do. Hey, the first mate's over here. He's got all his ingredients out. As gloomy as it is out there right now, we are gonna make some pumpkin soup. All right. So this is what we got. We got the chicken, the cooking stock, chicken stock between ShopRite brand and Rachel Ray, and we're good to go. Already we got some maple syrup in here, some garlic, some onion, and yeah, big old can of pumpkin puree, nutmeg, cinnamon, a couple little pepper, whole peppers we're gonna throw in there, and some ginger. Yeah, now I might just add. Now me and the first mate, we've been doing this a couple years in a row. It's fall, great time for pumpkin soup. A lot of times I try to make this for Thanksgiving as well, but I just figured I want to make it today, as nasty as it is. So a couple things. I've done this two ways. This recipe to where I just do the puree and and this stuff and the chicken broth, but I never. Sorry, technical difficulties over here with my son. And it came out very bland, very strong from the vegetable, from the pumpkin. And I found another recipe where you add basically your pumpkin pie spices to it. And I mean, even though I added the maple syrup the last time, or honey, I forget whatever I used, it was still very bland. But when you start adding like your cinnamon and nutmeg and stuff, it really brings out the recipe. So, all right, let me get going here. I gotta get my spoon, and we'll get this all mixed up and bring you back. All right, now we're back, and everything's in. I got all my seasonings in, so we're gonna, All right, get the flame on. I'll keep that a little high, because what we're gonna do is get this all incorporated here and make it a good mix. I need a cameraman. Hugo, come on, man. You gotta help the captain out sometimes. So now, one recipe called 1 year to that I used to puree it. Basically, after the soup cooks, you got to take it out in batches and puree with a blender. My blender took a dump a couple years ago, and I still haven't invested in a new one. And all I have is the Magic Bullet, the small little Magic Bullet thing that's good for making milkshakes and stuff, and maybe pureeing some things, but not a whole batch of soup. So I may not even do that this year. Oh, and another recipe thing that calls at the end of the cook time. So you're going to bring this up to a boil and then put it down for a simmer for 30 minutes. And then after the 30 minutes, that's when you're supposed to puree. And then you add your either heavy whipping cream or heavy cream, I think. Not whipping cream, but heavy cream. Or just some half and half. I got some half and half this year to try it out a little bit different. I've used the heavy cream and that thickens it up. It makes it real rich and creamy. So we're going to try the half and half and see how that does. I think you put a cup of half and half in the end, but you don't. But like I said, it's at the end, like right when you're ready to serve. So we put it in. Looking pretty thick right now. One recipe called for 6 cups of stock, one for 3. So I put in 3 so far, and I'll see if I need to add any more stock if it's too thick. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it should be a little bit thicker. I like my soup thick anyway. So now we just wait for the boil. I think I pretty mixed this up pretty well. And yeah, it smells just like pumpkin pie. Let's give it a taste. Ooh, yeah, sweet, rich, buttery. Got that cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger in there. So, as they say, with the miracle of time, so me and the first mate, we're going to clean up a little bit of this mess here. And with the miracle of time, we'll bring you back towards the end when we add the heavy cream. So like I said, we're gonna bring this up to the boil and then cut it down to the simmer for 30 minutes. And we'll set our clock and then go do our daily chores. Oh, the brew cat is over here and he's, wanting to join in. He's very clingy, kind of like my son. He just got neutered, so he's not really himself yet. Right, Toby? So he's very tired. Seems, but yeah, he wants a lot of attention. So he's always up the captain's butt. Right? And like I said, we'll bring you back. I think we're coming up to the boil now anyway. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to give it a little bit of a mix. And kill the heat. Or, lower it down. Woo! Yeah. Stir the cauldron. Man, I wish I was making some more beer. I guess soup will have to do for now, Hugo. Until our ship comes in and we get the brew again, right, buddy? Oh, man. He's been down in the dumps, man. He wants to make some more beer. I hear you, my friend. The captain hears you. Alright, so then we're going to just ease that on down to low. And put the timer on for 30 minutes. And with the miracle time, we will be back. Alright, our timer just went off. It's been 30 minutes. Soup's been on. As you can see the steam coming up. That's what she looks like. Ooh, yeah. And as you can see, give it a mix. It's a pretty thick soup. Like I said, you can make this thinner if you want by adding more stock or water, whatever you prefer. You can actually add other things to it if you want. I mean, soup's soup. You can freaking put vegetables in here. You can put some potatoes in here, make it more of a hearty, pumpkin potato soup, I guess, maybe. I've never tried it, so I'm going to add the half and half. Give this a good mix. As you can see, half and half is going to really mix in there and lighten up that color. It's like a dark orange at first, and then it really the half and half or cream, heavy cream will lighten up the color. And that's it. Soup's done. You can, if you had a pumpkin all carved out, you could pour this right in a pumpkin tureen and serve it that way. I'm just going to get my thermos because I want to bring this to work with me. And the rest of the family can warm it up when they're ready to have it. But it's a really good soup, and like I said, if you don't add any of the spices to it, it's going to be very bland, and I really didn't like it the first time I made it. It tasted way strong, like very strong, bitter taste to me. But just adding, and that, I think that was just basically pumpkin and then the cream, and that was it. No spices, maybe just salt and pepper and some onion, but no maple syrup, no pumpkin pie spices. But if you add those in, oh my goodness, and if you can smell this right now, it just smells like pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie soup, basically. Because when you add that cinnamon, nutmeg, oh. Let me take a taste. Yep. Oh, she's good. So, thank you for once again joining the captain and the first mate on Cooking with Hugo. And, yeah, so we're going to, get this all served up or put where it's got to go. Tupperwares, thermoses, things like that. So thanks once again for joining us, and remember, let's set sail.